searching.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope that you're doing well. It's been a couple of weeks since I've last done my Intuitive Messages show. I have been so busy, you guys, juggling clients, juggling life itself, and all the normal day-to-day obligations and things that we have to take care of it. But I'm also in the midst of wedding planning, and I have 19 days until my wedding, and it is literally crunch time, and I have been go with everything that needed to get done. Who knew? I'm sure those of you who've thrown a wedding know how much is involved. I did not realize how much was involved until this last month here. Like I said, I have 19 days until our wedding, and I've been trying to coordinate the vendors and decorations and family coming into town and seating charts and having to just deal with a bunch of other minor details that I wish I could delegate to other people to help me out. But unfortunately, it's everything that I have to do myself. But regardless of all of that, I'm so excited. I'm super happy. I'm doing my absolute best to try to juggle everything and everyone all at the same time. So just a heads up that these videos will be hit or miss between now and the middle of March. I'm going to do my absolute best to try to record some of these in advance, just so that I can post them for you while I'm busy with other things. But I cannot promise or guarantee that I'm going to get the time to do it. Like, I had every intention of doing a show every week this far, and I haven't had a minute to do it. And when I have had a minute to myself, I just don't want to do anything except for veg out, relax, and kind of regain my energy and my, center myself and get balanced again. So like I said, it might be hit or miss. I'll be back full swing in the middle of March. I also want to let everyone know that I will be going on vacation beginning February 26th through March 14th. So if you want to get in for an appointment, you might want to hit me up now. My days are filling up. So, if you want an appointment, just email me or text me and we'll get you on my schedule before I go on vacation. There's a slight possibility that I will be doing appointments the week of March 8th, but I don't know. That's why I'm saying I'm on vacation through the 14th. Feel free to text me. If I can get you in, I will. I just don't know how I'm going to feel. The wedding's on the 6th. We've got family in town through the 9th. And then I'm pretty sure we want to just veg out and kind of get ourselves back into a groove. We are waiting to do our honeymoon until all of this COVID stuff passes, because we'd really like to maybe take off to Europe. So anyway, enough about me. Let's get into the intuitive messages for the week. Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing these videos if you enjoy them. Here's what you can expect from February 15th through to February 21st as an overall theme, and then areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. So general themes for the week. I feel like, this is going to be one of the more intense weeks for this month energetically. So you could easily become annoyed or frustrated. You might see more arguments due to miscommunication and misunderstandings. Whatever pops up in the form of irritation for you this week, or maybe you witness it in other people, it's going to be resolved really quickly. So just as fast as you get pissed or annoyed or frustrated with someone, or as quickly as they might get frustrated with you, it will pass just as fast. So it's very hot and cold. Mercury is going direct on the 20th. So, we're still dealing with some of the Mercury retrograde energies, but really before and after the 20th is where I feel like you could see some chaotic moments, just like chaotic in the sense of like you've just got a million things going on, right? Like you're just trying to juggle and balance everything in your life. And around the 20th, you're just going to see an intensification of, you know, maybe people and situations and things and responsibilities and obligations pulling you in a million different directions. So you're just kind of feeling stressed out and all over the place. On the positive, well, with this sort of Mercury retrograde energy, you're just going to see another heightened chance of maybe some changes in plans, a lack of communication or miscommunication, just the general things, you know, tech issues. So your phone might be acting up, your laptop, your Wi-Fi, whatever, things like that, the usual stuff. On the positive though, you'll get opportunities to rest, to reconnect with really, things that bring you joy from the past, right? So maybe you reconnect with someone from high school, or maybe you are cleaning out your closets and you find your old yearbook, or just anything from the past that could really just be nostalgic and just bring you happy memories, fond memories from your past. It's also going to be a week where you're just reflecting on your life in general. You might be getting triggered in different ways, so you're really thinking about who you are and what you want, and, you know, is everything in your life really reflecting back to you the things that you want in your life? And if they're not, you're going to be taking a deep dive inward to really take a look at what you're feeling and thinking and what you're putting your energy on. Because remember, this particular matrix that we're in here on Earth is a mirror. It's a mirror of everything that is happening on the inside of you. So if you can imagine yourself as a projector screen, and everything that you're seeing outside of yourself is what is being projected from the inside out. And if you want that to change, you have to change the inside. Like, you have to do the work. So many people I hate to be mean and judgy, and I say this in the most loving way, but so many people want a quick, easy fix. Like, you know, that's why it's like, oh, I'll take this prescription and that will make me better. But no, it doesn't. You have to change your diet. You have to exercise. You have to do things like that. Or, you know, you're hoping that you go and, you know, take a quick course and you learn some things about relationships, but then you're not actually implementing the work. Or you go to counseling and your therapist or whoever is giving you information to help you navigate your life, but you're not taking any of the advice and you're hoping things to change. So this is really the sort of things that you're going to be seeing coming up. And, you know, the other beautiful thing with this aspect is you're going to be wrapping up old business, unfinished business, things that have kind of been stagnant and stuck and not moving forward. You're going to wrap those things up. You may even make a surprise travel plans, or maybe all of a sudden you decide, you know what, I'm going to pack up the family and we're going to do a staycation in the next town over. So you could just have surprise travel plans, or maybe your work is like, hey, we need you to go do this for us, and you end up traveling for work. Once we get through February, we will be seeing so much momentum moving forward. It's going to be nothing like 2020. I know it kind of feels that way, but all of this COVID stuff, all of this stagnation, it's all going to be lifting. You know, I would say for me, you're really going to feel stuff beginning in March. April even more so, and May is really where all of this starts kind of disappearing and we get back to some sort of normalcy. But, you know, I feel like life is going to throw us some other curveballs, because we're in the midst of big changes. Like big changes are on the horizon, and you're going to want to be a part of this new way of doing things and a new way of being. And this year is really all about that. So you're going to have lots of opportunities to use your creativity to come up with innovative ways of thinking. All of that energy really begins to percolate this week, which could have you feeling really charged up and ready to go. You're ready to take action. So you're going to be tapping into that forward momentum this week, but you're still coming off the midst of some of this kind of aggressive energy too, and this stagnant energy. So it's a mixed bag, right? It's a mixed bag. It's going to really be a roller coaster ride for some of you. You may receive some good news this week, especially in the realm of matters of the heart. to do with relationships of all kinds, not just romantic relationships. For the most part, things will be going well, but you could be doing a balancing act as well as alchemy by mixing and matching how you approach things, people and situations to really find what is truly right for you, right? Like, are you surrounded by the right people? Are you letting the right people into your life? Or are you constantly picking people that are sucking the life out of you, or that make you miserable, or that constantly complain, or are never happy, or they're, just not the people that you really want to be around because they're bringing you down instead of uplifting you? Certain situations, do you keep attracting drama into your life? Well, then you need to look at yourself, because more than likely you are creating this drama and you're inviting it into your life, because let's face it, drama is an addiction and it's a self-sabotaging mechanism. So this is where I'm talking again about you journeying inward this week and really taking a look at what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're thinking, what you're believing, what you're putting your energy into, who you're allowing into your life, who you're not allowing into your life, right? So this is a deep, deep dive. This isn't just about, relationships with other people. The main focus here is the relationships with yourself, and the other people that are outside of you, they're just the puzzle piece and the clue to show you what is going on inside of yourself. So look to your relationships. Do you have a crappy relationship with your family? Are you fighting with your lover? Are you, having a tough time with your kids? They are all showing you. It's you, okay? So that's how you have to look at this. I mean, this reality is your tool. Everything outside of you is showing you exactly what's going on the inside. And the way for you to change it is so simple. It's so simple. It's right there. All you have to do is change yourself, and everything outside of you will change along with it. And it's not instant, okay? So this instant gratification stuff, we've got to move beyond that. It's going to take work, okay? You created really bad habits for however long you were alive, and people projected their bad habits onto you and, taught you maybe incorrect ways of being and coping with life. So these are all things that you have to do yourself, and it's going to take a little time. This is not something that happens overnight. Okay, so like I said, it's a deep dive into looking at your personal issues to see how they are keeping you stuck. You are the one that's keeping you stuck. And I know, there's tons of life situations. Trust me, I've probably been in all of them, but I've always pulled myself out no matter how deep in stuckness that I became, because it's up to you. You have to choose. You have to choose yourself at times. You have to choose your sanity at times. You have to choose your self-worth at times. So sometimes you're going to have to say no to somebody, and they're going to have to deal with their own emotions and feelings. You're not responsible for anybody else except for yourself. Obviously, if you have children, you have a certain amount of responsibility and obligation to them to teach them how to get through life. But for the most part, anybody else, you're not responsible for them. Okay, let me move on here. So basically this week is going to be one big juggling act of relationships, juggling your goals, your aspirations. You're going to just be, juggling a little bit of everything this week. Maybe you're moving, maybe you're thinking about changing jobs, maybe you have a big project due, maybe you want to clean out your closet, maybe you need yard work. Whatever it is, you're just going to be balancing and juggling everything. And for some of you, because of this, and depending on what's going on in your life and what really needs to be cleaned out from within you, whatever emotional residue and baggage and whatever lessons that you need to learn, for some of you, this could feel like a really intense week. For work, what I'm feeling here is high expectations and a lack of patience. That could cause some issues, whether it's you having high expectations of yourself or other people or your boss or a coworker. Again, this frustration and irritation and that energy is going to be really high again this week. So, you might see some flare-ups with that. However, I do feel like work projects and those of you that are looking for a job are likely to see some major movement forward and success. So I'm feeling job interviews. I'm feeling people landing jobs. Look, because what's beautiful about this working area is we're going to be seeing a lot of major changes. Obviously, we've already seen them happening in 2020, but there's going to be even more changes throughout this year because there might be some businesses that shut down, and wherever a door is closing is your opportunity to come in on the ground floor into something innovative, become creative. Just know that it's up to you how you choose to handle these things, but we're just going to see different working hours and more working from home, and it's just all changing, and it's really awesome and beautiful, but the transition part, change is hard. So for me, I feel like those of you that see any kind of challenges in the work arena, make that change. Don't be afraid to take a leap of faith and try something different. You really cannot make a wrong decision. You cannot, because the beautiful thing is you can always change your mind, right? So if you decide to leave your job for something you think is better to make more money, and then it turns out maybe it's not the best, you're still supposed to be there for a reason because you're picking up skills. You're learning something about yourself. Maybe you're working through something on a deeper level, and then from there you move on to something else, right? Everything is a catalyst to your greatness in life. It's just a matter of how you look at it. And remember, you're creating your reality. So if you don't like something, you have to change it. Love. This week will bring about peace and wisdom within yourself and within your relationships. If you currently aren't experiencing these things, okay, just be prepared that to move you into this peace and wisdom state of being within your love relationship, what could happen is some form of challenge pops up to be the catalyst to get you to move into a space of peace and wisdom, right? So some of the flare-ups that you could see in your relationship is miscommunication, a disagreement, or some other challenge just to help you remove whatever you or your partner may be holding on to, which I kind of feel like is a combination of guilt about something. And it might not even be guilt tied to the partner that you're with right now. It could just be guilt from something in the past. Or it could be, about whatever mistakes or things that you think you did wrong in the past or that they thought they did wrong in the past. Either way, you've got to look at this so that you can move forward. So any emotional junk that's happening, any challenges, again, it's happening for your greatest good, and you do have control over it. You have control over it. You have control over it. You can't control other people. You can't control what they do. You can't control what they say. You can't control how they feel. All you can do is control yourself. So change you, and the outside will change too. So there's a lot of energy around forgiveness this week for things that you feel you've done wrong in the past. And there's also lots of positive energy around love. So be open to exploration of your feelings and what you think and what you believe. And if you're in a relationship, things definitely feel like they could level up this week for you. From wherever your relationship status is now. So maybe you've been dating and it moves into a more committed, now you got a label, you're boyfriend and girlfriend, or, you're a couple. Maybe you end up getting engaged or getting married or having kids, or if you're single, someone could come into your life and sweep you off your feet. So there's a lot of positive energy around love, but depending on how you view love, if you've got fears and insecurities that cause you to self-sabotage in relationships or cause you to pick the wrong person every time, then you're going to see some challenges arise. Finances. Some of you will receive good news about your finances. Some of you need to figure out exactly where you are financially to the penny. Pay attention. What's coming in, what's going out. The more you know, the more wisdom you have around this, the more comfortable you could be. And again, practice a level of detachment. Money is energy, okay? Change how you look at it. Change how you feel about it. Feel abundant. You're always provided for. Trust that. For the most part, I'm feeling a really good balance between what's coming in and what's going out. Some of you could see an increase, but only if you have the courage and pride to ask for what you deserve. Some of you might need to ask for it at your current job, or if you own your own business, maybe you need to increase your prices by a couple of bucks. Maybe you need to look for a new job. Whatever it is, you've got to have the courage and the pride within yourself and love yourself enough and respect yourself enough and know your worth. Health. Really, the only thing that I'm feeling this week is balance and moderation. That's going to be the theme. And patience. Spirituality, lots of spiritual expansion and exploration. You may receive messages from spirit. This can sometimes come through another person and through coincidences, which are synchronicities. You'll be journeying more inward this week, and you must learn to listen to your intuition, your inner voice, your gut, that voice, that inner guidance system. That is what you're here to master. You are a sovereign being. You've got to take full responsibility for everything, because you literally are creating your reality in every moment, in every second, whether you choose to believe that or not. And if you choose to believe it, maybe, or if you don't believe it, maybe you just give it a try and see what happens if you actually shift your focus on the things that you want instead of the things that you don't. Some of you guys, I see it. I had a situation just recently where, you try to, somebody's seeking guidance. They want your help. They're asking for help. You're giving solutions. You're giving them solid advice, but they just constantly push it away. They don't want to change themselves, right? They don't want to take responsibility for the fact that they're making choices in their lives that are affecting what they don't like, but yet they don't want to change that. They want a quick fix. They don't want to do the work. They just want the answers, but don't want the solutions, right? So you see and take a look at yourself. Are you doing the same thing, right? Like, are you just staying stuck in this story and spinning your wheels when all it will take is for you to actually put some effort in? You just have to care enough to make the change. That's all. Even willpower is a forceful energy, and you're forcing your will onto something. So it's going to have the opposite effect. It's really just about being and doing and creating and just being in the flow in the present moment. And that's when life just miraculously unfolds. And it's really about shifting away from fear as well. So many are afraid of everything. You just can't be afraid, because when you're afraid, you're feeling isolated, you're feeling alone, you're feeling paranoid, you're feeling insecure, you're feeling angry, you're feeling sad, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling annoyed, when all you have to do is choose love and trust that, trust yourself enough that you're a responsible adult and that you can get through life without fear. And trust that, this physical being, this body, is just a body. It's not who you really are. This is just not, none of this is really real. It just feels very real. It's really, kind of like everybody that wants to have like those VR goggles so that they could play video games and feel like they're immersed. You're literally in a video game right now. You are the lead character in a video game. You've got your VR gaggle, or whatever you call them, gaggles, your VR goggles on right now, and you are navigating yourself through life. And that's what we're in. We are literally, or like the movie Avatar. So think about those things and detach and unplug. I'm telling you, you're going to live an amazing life if you could do that. All right, I'm just rambling anyway now. So that wraps up the intuitive messages for this week. Thank you for tuning in. I will do my best to have another video out next week and the week after. But if I don't, I will be back full force in March. If you enjoy these messages, please like, subscribe, and share. And I will catch up with you guys soon. Bye.